Chapter 014 Golden Entry, The Sighing Barrier. Suyi looked at the mark on his wrist, Lord's Heart. The biggest reason for not upgrading before was the concern about the possibility of rank suppression. The difference between small ranks is not that big, but there is a real rank reduction between large ranks. But now, Suyi can give it a try, with the double boost from Crystal Palace and Hall of Heroes, plus the guaranteed minimum from Hall of Heroes mechanism. And most importantly, a new God tier unit and hero unit have been added. Ding! Do you wish to consume 200 origin crystals to upgrade Lord's Heart? Upgrade, Suyi's voice rang out. Ding! 200 origin crystals have been deducted, your Lord's Heart has been upgraded. Current level, Black Iron 3-star. You can choose new affixes, you can view the specific attributes yourself. Suyi felt a warm current flow from the Lord's Heart on his wrist to his entire body, strengthening him. Each upgrade of the Lord's Heart is accompanied by an enhancement to improve the Lord's strength. I've reached Iron Rank 3. Suyi exhaled a breath of stale air. In just 2 days, the Lord's Heart was upgraded to Black Iron 3-star, which is an unprecedented event. Let's leave it at that for now. We'll see how difficult the Void Trial is tomorrow. A glint flashed in Suyi's eyes. All those who appeared today were Black Iron 9-star beings. Now that I've leveled up, what about tomorrow? Bronze rank. Let's play it safe and see how difficult tomorrow's Void Trial is before deciding whether to continue upgrading Lord's Heart. Since things have come to this, let's select an entry first. System, select an entry. Suyi's voice rang out. 3 golden rays of light appeared in front of Suyi. No red entries. Suyi looked at the entries this time. There were 3 golden entries and not a single red one. It was considered a very safe bet. Gold affix, Absolute Loyalty. Gold affix, Fate's Hint. Gold affix, Wailing Barrier. Suyi looked at the 3 entries and then began to examine them. Absolute Loyalty. Gold tier unit attribute, increases unit loyalty by 30. This entry. Suyi raised an eyebrow. How to describe this entry? It's straightforward, and also very powerful. Don't underestimate these 30 points of loyalty. Keep in mind that the loyalty of newly recruited troops is generally only 50, which is just the level of being obedient. Once you do something they don't like or fail to meet their needs, they will not obey and their loyalty may even drop. For a lord, any attribute that increases loyalty is a top-tier attribute, even if it's the only one. Loyalty that isn't absolute is absolute disloyalty. If a unit's loyalty is too low, it can really lead to a mutiny, this is no joke. A red-marked entry is unique. Once a lord possesses it, no other lord can have it. Unfortunately, I don't need it. Suyi shook his head and looked at the second entry. His loyalty was already maxed out for his unit, so he didn't need it at all. Fate Hint, Golden Lord entry. Lords can ask themselves a question about their own fate once a day. This is not bad. Isn't this like a prophecy? Suyi looked at the attributes of this entry, which allows him to ask a question about his own destiny once a day. It seems alright. Suyi nodded, somewhat tempted, and finally looked at the last entry. Sighing Barrier, Territory entry. Your territory's spatial barrier is linked to the overall strength of your troops. The stronger your territory's troops are, the more robust your territory's spatial barrier will be. This entry. Suyi looked at the entry. Although it was a gold entry, it was no less valuable to him than a red entry. This entry is highlighted in gold, most likely because it's related to the overall strength of the unit. After all, the stronger the overall strength of a unit, the stronger the spatial barrier of the territory, and the less likely it is to be broken. Conversely, if the overall strength of a unit is insufficient, then this entry is a joke, which is why this entry is gold. It's a bit of a difficult decision, Suyi said, looking at the entry in front of him. Fate is hinting that he wants both the sighing barrier and the barrier. If he's quick enough, can he select them all? Forget it, I'll choose the sighing barrier. Suyi made his decision, mainly to consider the future. Although the clues from Fate were helpful, for Suyi, they were more of a bonus than a lifeline. Suyi has to consider more than just the Novice Lord period. After the Novice Lord period is over, that's when the real beginning begins, and all lords are in the eternal world. Any time can happen, the most common being the invasion of territory, by monsters, or by other lords. The strong spatial barrier makes Suyi's territory safer. At the very least, when others invade Suyi's territory, the first thing they will face is this sighing barrier. Even the spatial rift in Suyi's territory cannot be opened, so what kind of invasion is this? For future safety, all my troops are god-level troops. With the combined strength, the spatial barrier of my territory will only become more and more solid. Let's see if we can encounter it again in the future. Anyway, it's a gold-level affix, and it doesn't have a unique attribute. Maybe we'll have a chance to get it randomly again in the future. With this in mind, Suyi made his decision. Bind entry. Sighing barrier, Suyi said in a deep voice. Ding. The attribute, sighing barrier, has been bound. Lords can view its specific attributes in the Lord's Heart. Suyi took a deep breath and opened the Lord's Heart panel. Name, Lord's Heart. Tier, Iron 3-star. Entry, Super God Evolution Red Crystal Palace Gold Wailing Barrier Gold. Upgrade, Primal Crystal X300. After glancing at it, Suyi immediately closed the Lord's Heart attribute panel and then checked his resources. Origin Crystals X7100, Gold Coins X70040, Advanced Meat Resource Cards X10. Gold coins are the most abundant resource. There's no other way to spend them. Suyi only uses a maximum of 40 gold coins a day for recruitment, and there's no other way to spend them. All done. Suyi stretched. The task for today was completed, and it seemed there was nothing else to do for the time being. As for territory upgrades, they're not currently on Suyi's agenda. The main reason is that for Suyi, upgrading his territory is optional. Territory upgrades can be done at any time, but Suyi's territory currently only has 60 troop units. Upgrading means that the area that needs to be protected in the Void Trial will be larger, and there won't be enough troops. Upgrading now will only cause trouble for himself and will not bring any benefits. Just as Suyi was about to go check out the debauchery, a private message from a friend popped up.
Suyi directly opened the private chat message. Little merchant. Boss, I found the dark seed you requested. How about 1,000 origin crystals or 20,000 gold coins? Looking at the message from the little merchant, Suyi thought that the price was a steal. After all, the Seed of Darkness was a rare treasure, and this price was neither high nor low. 1,000 origin crystals or 20,000 gold coins was really a bargain.